I thought it was interesting. One of the protests of lawyers against the crackdown on the lawyers of these people were to take off the robes. The defense attorneys, like the prosecutors and the judge, wore robes. Why would you wear a robe?
In Germany, it's a tradition. You must know, in the United States, I was very often visiting lawyers in the United States, especially of the civil rights movement. In Germany, the lawyers are appointed by the state, by the kings, and they are part of the administration of the government or of the state. And we have not this civil rights tradition like the lawyers had of the press cases, of the Boston Tea Party cases, where the lawyer is against the government and do not fear to become an enemy of the government.
In Germany, lawyer in the United States represents the client,
yes.
But in Germany...
In Germany, we have to represent the system or the truth, or you are part of the legal system. And I think we have changed this imago, this feeling, by the context with the liberal lawyers of the United States, by the civil rights movement and so on. So we were impressed by these people.
You're often called the William Kunstler of Germany, the late attorney. You were co-lawyers, defense lawyers, with Otto Schily, who then became the police chief of Germany?
Yes, he was not really the police chief, he was a minister for internal affairs, but then is the police chief on the federal, on the platform, not on the country.
It's certainly a different position, in charge, for example, of internal monitoring, surveillance.
Yes, he's pushing and doing all the things he did not like before. And I thought always he's changing the client. First RAF, Red Army Factionalso, now BKA, Bundeskriminalamt. Huh. But then he was very strict to his client.
Kurt Groenewold, would you come to the United States today?
I was very often in the United States. In the last years, after Patriot Act,
after the USA Patriot Act.
After US Patriot Act, I did not think I should go there because I fear that I will be refused, because it is possible that they look at all these activities and statements, and I think I should wait a little bit.
You're afraid you'd be arrested under the USA Patriot Act?
I don't think arrested, but I would not like to come back to Germany in the next night.
You don't want to be deported?
No, no, I don't like to this. And yeah.
The members of the Baader-Meinhof gang, among a number of them, died in prison.
Yes.
Committed suicide?
I think they committed suicide. That's a very, that's a point where there are different opinions. But my feeling is that they made suicide, committed suicide.
Do you think things have changed for the better in Germany?
From those days, I wouldn't say this. It is, there's a bigger group of lawyers who are fighting for clients. But generally it's not better because the security law will be more accepted as before. And the connections to European security police and American security police is so strong that we don't know really what is happening. Sometimes we know it if a lawyer is working in a case, then he can look in the file, otherwise not.
Now lawyers can no longer represent more than one person here?
Yes.
Why is that?
That was one of the laws against us, because we make a group defense, like the Bergen case in the United States, where a group was indicted and represented by 3 or 4 lawyers. And we had the same system. And the system was accepted by the German court because the court appointed 5 lawyers for 4 defendants. In the beginning, it was accepted, a group defense, but when shortly before the trial, it was
We're going to have to leave it there, but I'll continue the conversation after this broadcast. Hopefully we can air part two. Kurt Groenewold, often referred to as the William Kunstler of Germany, as we broadcast here in Hamburg. Tomorrow we'll broadcast from Berlin. Tomorrow night I'll be speaking at Humboldt University on Saturday night in Munich. You can go to our website at democracynow.org at the Tallwood Festival. That does it for the show. Democracy Now! Produced by Mike Burke, Shufo Dokadus, Anjali Kamat, Aaron Mate, Mike Burke, Nicole Salazar. I'm Amy Goodman. Thanks so much for joining us.